Okay, it took me a while to find my camera. Hi, guys. Okay, so I don't have a lot to do because I just sent out a little bit of work for cleanup artists. I just did that right now, so I don't have to clean up a lot, apparently. I have to animate stuff, but stuff that I still don't know how to animate. So I'm going to clean up this scene right here because it's very easy. Uh, I should have prepared the stream today way better because this is going to be actually too easy, I would say. It's only 2 frames of Stephen mouth flapping, and Scott is just still in this shot. So it's going to be kind of boring in that regard. But I'm going to talk all the way through, try to make it more fun. The project it's still not over, but it's coming to its conclusion finally because, as I said before, I've sent out work for other people to do, so they're going to help me carry the weight. So what I have to do right now is focus a little bit on a few shots that are kind of odd. I have somebody else helping me, though, with painting some shots. But generally speaking, I'm working on weird ones. You know, sometimes when you animate, some things are very straightforward. It's like pose A, pose B, in between, cleanup. But sometimes it's more complex than that. So the complex ones are the ones I'm working on right now. In fact, this is one of the complex ones. It's a shot where the 4 characters are simultaneously in the same shot. And there's a little bit of layering on this because Stephen's leg is supposed to be behind this table, in front of the chair, and the arm is supposed to be in front of the table. And you know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit of like figuring out how to layer stuff and animate them accordingly. And I might work a little bit on that after I'm done cleaning up this one. So, what we have here, let's see. Let's check it out. We have this.
I met her on the bus with her mom.
See, it's barely an animation. You met her on the bus with her mom. I've already done the lip sync, so I just have to clean that up. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the table. We're going to get rid of Scott for a second, and we're just going to focus on this guy. So yeah, who's here? I know Miss Dead Guy is here, so I shouldn't worry about anything because everything's going to be fine. But who else is here? Anybody that I know of? Anybody that I've interacted with in the past? Let's see, let's make a Stephen cleanup work and add a folder here. I don't know if you've already seen me work, but the way that I do stuff is that I will make 2 folders within each frame. One is for line work, and the other one is for colors. I don't work in raster, I work in vector. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 vectors. First vector is going to be called black. Second one is going to be called blue. And third one is going to be called red. Red is obviously red. Blue is obviously blue. And I don't need to touch black because it's already perfect. And then for colors, I'm going to do everything in one layer. And I'm going to import something, an image from my drive, from the Scott project. Where is it? Here it is. From reference folder. It's going to be color references. I like having this right here. Why is cosplay so hard to do perfect? That's a great question. Why is it hard to get perfect cosplays? Somebody should answer this if somebody knows. Okay, so let's get started. I use my Bezier tool, make it easy on myself. And this is it. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to do good cosplays, honestly. Miss that guy, I'm sorry. I think it's because you might be too much of a perfectionist. Maybe you already have a great cosplay, but you're being a little too demanding of yourself. So take it easy on yourself. Maybe you already did a good job. Or maybe not. Maybe it is a bad cosplay and you need to feel ashamed for what you did. I'm kidding. Either way, if you worked hard on it, it's probably going to come out great. But yeah, paying attention to details is nice though. So let's see, there's this here. But yeah, the project is almost over. I'm so glad. It's not that I don't want to work on the project anymore. It's just that it's been a month and a half. It's getting closer to 2 months. So I really wish to just like move on to the next thing, because I already have a lot of ideas of stuff that I want to do. And the thing is that I have so many ideas of things that I want to do that it's actually kind of depressing, because I want to do it all, but there's no way I can do it all. I'm too busy just finishing one thing. Imagine finishing 50 things. Like, for example, one idea is I want to do more Scott Pilgrim stuff. That would be a lot of fun. I also want to do something a bit more like a short scene of something funny from either It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or from Community. I like those shows. So I have a few ideas of how to like character animate a couple scenes. I like to do that. But each of those projects could take me easily like a month. Should I take a whole month to just make a funny thing? Yes, I should. I also want to work on my own original stuff. I want to develop research unit of horrors. I want to make stuff that's audiovisual. Should I do that? Yes, I should do that. But then how am I going to do Scott Pilgrim? Something funny and also my own series. I don't know. So basically I have to make a choice. I have to make a decision. Am I going to work on... What am I going to work on? I should probably decide that before I'm done with this project, though. I think it would be the smart thing. But I'm going to keep postponing the decision. Because this is a good thing. Once I decide that I'm going to do something, I will finish it. And if I don't finish it, the world will burn, basically. Like, for example, when I decided to make this one, it took me like half an hour to make the decision. And once the storyboard process had begun with Grilly, that was it. Like, we were locked in. It's like, we're doing this. We're finishing it. So I'm never going to give up on something that I started. Like my pilot episode of Research Unit of Horrors took me 8 months to finish. At first I thought it was going to take me 5 or 6 maybe, but when it took 8, dude, I was decided to see it through. There wasn't a possibility that I wasn't going to finish it. Same thing with this project here, but it's only going to take us 2 months though. First of all, I'm getting help. Just by getting help, obviously projects come out faster. Also, I think I was more organized with this one from the beginning, and I wasn't that organized really. Now that I'm about to finish this one, I think I know how to be more organized. But yeah, that's always an issue that I have. Is that I learn a lot of tricks and valuable lessons while I'm doing it. That would have been really good at first. But whatever. You live and you learn, and then you die. That's at least what I hope happens to me. That guy says, I blame the fabric. No, don't blame the fabric. Fabric didn't do anything. Fabric is innocent. Now here we do the hand. But yeah, honestly, I love animating. It's been so long since I've animated a full project. Ooh, Scott Pilgrim. Yes, give you heart. Yes, it is Scott Pilgrim. Like, in fact, I don't know if you've joined before, because people who have joined before the streams, they know. They've already watched a few scenes. So let's watch a couple scenes so that people know kind of what we're doing here. I'm going to try to only show the rendered ones. Let's see these ones.
So you've been out of high school for like 13 years and...
I'm 23! 23!
He's 23, okay, guys.
And you're dating a high schooler?
A bit loud.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Dating a... Come on, what does that even mean?
Yeah, like, did you guys do it yet? Well, we sort of...
Yeah, that's enough. You don't get to see the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, you have to wait for me to finish it, and then you watch it. But this is a bit of a preview of what we're getting. And I'll tell you what, you just watch the scenes that were animated the worst, because those were the first ones. So there's a lot of scenes that are way better. Like, for example, the one with young Neil. This one's already, like, really well animated, if I may say so. Because, like, I was practicing the characters, the style. I wanted to do anime, like, lip syncing, like mouth flapping, pose to pose. But I thought, it doesn't have to be 2 poses. You could do pose, 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 and still mouth flap the way through. And that gives more results. It's more interesting to see characters move in many poses. Like here, young Neil moves a lot.
Yeah, like, did you guys do it yet?
And there's a bunch of scenes that are more animated than the ones that we saw here. These are very static. And I try to avoid static animation. I try to. Oh, shoot. Was it here that I was? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's a little bit of what we got so far. We still need to work on some backgrounds. A couple shots are not even thought of. There's a couple that are hypothesized what they're gonna look like, but we'll figure those out. But then there's the ones that are definitely animated. They just need cleanup, and those ones are gonna look fantastic. I hope. This one over here, now the pupil. Good. The hair. Stephen Stills is the most annoying one to animate. He's got a lot of details. The beard and the sideburns are annoying. I do like his chunky fingers. He's got the chunkiest hand of all the characters. And I think chunky hands are very endearing. I like him. Also, I like the voice actor that I got for him. He's got a very deep baritone voice, which is how I always thought he would sound. I'm not complaining about but not so much regardless of the animation. Obviously, I'm not making an improvement on the animation. I'm literally copying it, actually. But, I don't know. Just the rhythms of the soundtracks, the voice acting. I would have gone a different route. Like, I like the characters from the movies. But if we're making an anime, why are we going back to Hollywood A-listers? Because of marketability? Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. But you know what I mean. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. So now we have a clean Stephen. We just need to add shading and highlights. But he looks clean as shit. Sorry. He looks clean as heck. That sounds better. Less aggressive. I like being PG on YouTube. At least PG-13. What's the dirtiest word you can say in a PG-13 show or movie? You can say heck, definitely. Can you say hell? Probably. Hell is not that bad, actually, when you think about it. I got finished with this cleanup way too fast. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next few minutes. I have to come up with something else. Okay. Oh, so one more red line for the eye. Just like that. Oh, doesn't he have usually a eye bag coming out here? I missed that on the rough. That's a little too thick. Thinner. There you go. Perfect. And now we have this. A perfectly clean Stephen. Now we just need to copy this guy and make a closed mouth version of it. So let me duplicate this. Can I just duplicate it right here? Yes, perfect. And now do the mouth flap. Although I need to, actually that's not going to be hard at all. In this version, oops, he has a, this is completely closed. Just like that. And the mouth comes like this. I can just always correct this a little bit more. Does that look good? It looks fine. In fact, it's gonna look better once you change the brush. So now we have the mouth flap. Perfect. Taka 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 ta. And I'm gonna color one of them. I'm gonna call this one A1 and this one A2. I'm gonna switch places. Nope, actually, you know what? No, that was the opposite. I'm gonna switch them places here. Perfect. Okay, so now we can make it mouth flap. following the roughs from beneath. A1, 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 A1. Animation is easy when you do only mouth flaps, which is sometimes actually. You just gotta learn how to draw once the character and then just make the mouth go up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's see how it goes.
I met her on the bus with her mom. I met her on the bus with...
That's how easy it is. Insanely easy. And now we're gonna color it. Here. Do I have shortcuts for this? I do. Skin. Oops. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, there you go. Way simpler. Inconvenient. Very time efficient, I would say. This is going to be the fastest cleanup I've ever done in my life. Where's the eyebrow? Oops. Eyebrow. And finally the shirt. Or the collar of the shirt at least. And now the shirt. There you go. And what I should do is copy and paste, or yeah, copy and paste it on A2. Like that, and just delete the small area that is not necessary to use. Which is exactly right here. Extremely easy. Actually, I would say too easy. That was not exciting at all. I mean, it's exciting to see animation, how simple it can be sometimes. Usually, no. Usually, animation is the most complicated thing you've ever seen in your life. But sometimes, sometimes you get a break, dude. Sometimes stuff is easy. Let's see. These lines are extremely clean and extremely thin. And the reason why I work like this is because it's, well, right now it's pointless because honestly, this is basically an illustration, an easy one. But it's easier to animate and keep the volumes consistent when you do this. Like, you're forcing yourself to really think about how the width of everything. So it helps a lot to make the animation quality better. But eventually, you're just going to grab this guy. You're going to, it's a vector, so you can just, you can transform the vector and its properties. You can go as thick as you want. Obviously, this would be madness. Let's go with an 8. And let's go with a brush shape called Scott Pen, which is how we called it, in honor of Scott Pilgrim. Might have something to do with the show. And I'm going to get rid of the red and the blue lines. So now he looks like the show-ish, kind of, I guess, like maybe slightly different. It's got to have a little bit of my flair, probably. A little bit less of the authenticity as well. Also, for example, these lines don't look good with this thickness, so we're going to go thinner and thinner. And in fact, I don't like at all how that one looks. Oh, shoot. The problem is that I have to do it on both. I should have done that yet. Whatever. It's done. And I think I made these 5 and 4. Okay, so 5 and 4. 5 and 4. Okay, there you go. Simple. Taka 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 ta. What am I missing? I'm missing the beard though, right? Have you noticed that? Oh, because I made it invisible. Silly me. Okay, so that's a small detail, but I should have copied the red outline and made it into the beard. Okay, so I'm gonna do that exactly. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to colors, paste it, and make it color black. So, there you go. And obviously rasterize would be beneficial. So let's rasterize this. Yep. Call it beard. Or not beard, it's like scruffy hairs, I guess. Barely a beard. And it's done. We animated a mouth flapping.
Met her on the bus with her mom. Met her on the bus with her mom.
A little too easy, right? I would agree with you guys. And we're gonna clean up Scott already because of the heck of it, right? He's already there. He's already ready to be cleaned up. So let's do that as well. So basically today we're not even animating. We're just what do you call this? This is a different activity completely almost. Scott clean up. Let's make a new folder. In fact, I don't even know why I'm making animation folders if there's no. The other one has the mouth flap. This one doesn't even have that. This one is even less animated. I almost feel like I'm lying to you guys. I'm scamming you. I told you I was gonna animate today. I'm not animating, or I'm doing something else. Something way easier. But it's part of the process, I guess. Let's go with 2-line work. Oops. Remember, a black, a blue, and a red. This is how I work. Sometimes, oh, actually, you know what? A purple. I'll tell you why I'm going to do a purple. A purple as well. Even though here it's kind of pointless because there's no animation, but this is really helpful if there was animation. Scott Pilgrim in this shot, or in all of these shots, he has a shirt that has a logo on it. The SP is from the comic book. In the comic book, that's the first shirt he's wearing on the scene. And if he's moving, the shirt, the logo should move with it. And I like to animate it as a square that it moves on the shirt so that you're able to what's the word? To just transform the shape and make it follow that animation. Like for example, here. He's moving with that logo.
We sort of ride the bus.
See?
And she tells me about, well,
and the motion is quite, what's the word? It's very subtle. It doesn't move a lot. So you have to be careful to make the transition from one place to the other very precise. So I animate that with
tells me about how your book club went and about her friends and, you know, well,
right? Transform. Oops. What the hell? I don't know what's going on. Okay, now you should show. There you go. And this is what you're going to do with the logo, basically. And you can animate this square a little bit easier than you would animate a logo by itself. See, that makes sense. It's a little too big, though. Let's make it a bit smaller. It's more reasonable. And we're good for now. Let's start doing line work. Okay, so Bezier. It's too pale. Black. If a movie show is rated PG-13, what does the guy say? You're allowed one F-bomb, right? I don't know about PG. I don't think you're allowed one F-bomb in a PG movie, but that would be such a funny concept. Be like, hey, it's a PG movie. You only get one F-bomb. So you're like watching like SpongeBob. In SpongeBob, I guess it say F once, but that's it. Like if he said it twice, that would be too much. Like the kids wouldn't be able to handle it. But once, I think every child has heard the F-bomb at least once in their life. They probably didn't even know what it meant in that context today. That's what you get for living in the countryside, dude. Like once you live in the countryside, internet, it's not a guarantee anymore. Like you have to live in a city to be guaranteed good internet. Here it's like, it's gonna work okay on Tuesday, but not on Wednesday. So I think I'm just screwed as long as I live up here. I'm just gonna have shitty internet every once in a while. Bummer. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Still hated. The reason I'm not rendering the hand here is because it's going to be covered by the table. Also, I don't like drawing hands. Hands are difficult, okay, guys? We're all the same. We all hate drawing hands. They who actually like to draw hands cast the first stone, I guess. There's got to be someone out there who actually likes to draw hands. I don't know who that psycho is, but they probably exist. Just because there's so many people. But it's not me, that's for sure. I don't like drawing hands. I have to. I want to learn. But I think I don't like anything that I'm not immediately good at. If I'm not immediately good at something, I'm not going to like it eventually. Neck, 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 neck. I hate drawing hands. Me too. Miss that guy. Like, I kind of know the methodology to draw good hands. I kind of know it. But it makes my brain hurt. That's the problem. Is that it's never easy. Because like once you know, you go like, oh, I know that it's meant to be hard. Although I don't know, maybe it's like everything. I guess if you do it enough times, eventually you're gonna get fast at it. But like drawing the box, drawing the knuckles, drawing the 3 bones for each finger except for the thumb. The thumb has 2 bones. And doing that all in 3D space. Blech. Especially in animation, like, am I supposed to do that for every frame? That's a lot. That can be a lot of frames. Let's see. Let me draw a hand real quick. Let's see. You start with the boxy thing, right? The box kind of curves a little bit. It's not a perfect, like, blocky thing. And then you need to make sure that one place it's like particularly longer, like for the middle finger. So you give it a knuckle for the index, knuckle for the ring finger, knuckle for the pinky one. And then here you add the knuckle for the thumb. And then you start doing stuff. I'm going to do like he's going to be pointing a finger. So point, point, point. And then if this one is close, it's coming down here, right? So taka taka ta, taka taka tan. Taka taka tan, like that. Right, but this is so hard. I don't like doing it. And then this guy is gonna come over here. The thumb. Let's see. I think I'm doing a good job actually. Now the problem is the result gonna be good? Let's see. We'll figure it out together. I hope it works, dude. Okay, we got a finger there. By the way, the reason why I'm procrastinating the animation is because I'm about to be finished with the whole shot and I have nothing prepared for today. So I'm just gonna waste my and your time drawing this finger. This hand, I mean. I'm just trying to delay the inevitable moment where I have nothing to do. And I mean, might as well practice hands, you know? So now that I have a little bit of a skeleton and muscles of hands, I'm gonna try to make it look good. Because that's the part about art that people forget. You have to make things look good. It's not all about math and perspective. You have to make it look actually right. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it off. It doesn't feel like it's gonna come out good. I should have started with the pinky finger first, actually. Let's see. Is it looking good at all? It's not. I don't love it. I don't think it's gonna come out looking good at all. I mean, as long as I do another layer on top of this one, maybe the next layer is gonna look good. I think it has like a spongy thing here, a spongy thing here. I forgot about the thumb, dude. How would a thumb work from that place? Like, let's see. Let me look at my own hand. Yeah, it would be pointing more to the left side. Something like this. Give it a fingernail. And finally something like this. That doesn't look awful, but it's slightly off. So I'm going to give it one more layer. This is going to be the good layer, by the way. Usually it takes me like 3 layers to get something to make it look at least presentable. This is the one, guys. Give it a couple lines here. And also, like, my excuse is that I'm trying to make it look Scott Pilgrim-ish, which is very simplistic style. So if it's not meant to be realistic, you can't complain about it not looking realistic. Okay, guys? Let's see, something like this. See, it's a very simplistic hand. And there you go. It's functional, especially for animation. But if it were meant to be realistic, yeah, I don't think I pulled it off. That's why it's better to draw anime and cartoons, because people will never get to see that you can't do something. Because you can go like, oh, it's a very stylized hand. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have been able to do it non-stylized. So whatever. Screw you guys. I'm kidding. Let's make these invisible. That was a good way to make the video longer, or the live stream longer, because I'm about to be done with this guy. Let's do the ear, and jawline. Jawline, mouth, or cheek. But hey, I at least practice the mouth box method. Maybe next time I'll do it better, because I've practiced it a total of 1 more time than before. What else? This is my favorite thing about animation projects, is that the fact that I'm running out of things to do on stream means that I just have all the difficult parts left. That's all I have left. The parts that are hard to even conceptualize. Meaning that, again, I have left the more difficult things for last, which is an amazing workflow, by the way, guys. There's nothing better than just working a lot and then making the last few miles the hardest ones. So when you're less motivated, you're able to do a worse job at the most important shots. Keep that in mind, guys. Don't do the difficult stuff first. It's better to leave it for last. Trust me, I'm an idiot. Or you know what? I can just go the Mappa route. You know how Mappa, the animation studio, sometimes they'll go like, oh, this scene has all of these elements that you need to animate. Let's just make them one static PNG file on a background and call it done. I could do that with the shots that I'm talking about. I could just do one PNG file, make it static, Like this one, actually. This one is a great example of a static file. It's not doing anything. Yeah, I should stop animating stuff and just making PowerPoint presentations. I'd be better at it. Okay, just missing the shading and the highlighting. There you go. Done the highlights, done the shading, done everything else. So we can get rid of the rough. Oh, actually missing one line. The shirt thing on the here on the sleeve. Okay, now I think I'm really finished. Oh, the face. Goofy me. Forgot to change the face. Ooh, there's a little bit of a thing there. And a thing here. And now we're done. So we go to the Scots. This one right here. Let's go. Start with the skin. Oh, I didn't make a color layer. Line work. Colors. New file. Yep. Shoot. Okay, I think we have a full Scott right there. We just need to bring the symbol. I forgot to bring the symbol from before. I should have had it imported from earlier, but I think I can just copy it from here. There you are. Logo. Copy paste right here. And just, transform it as I said before. Bring it all the way down here and make the vertices coincide. Just match them. And if it doesn't look good, I'll change it. It's not a big deal. But I think it does. Okay, so now the line work, we just need to get rid of red, blue, and purple. Just leave black, basically. And convert those lines. Let's see. Let me get rid of the color references here. And change the line work. I'm going to make it a 4 Scott pen. And I think that's a very crispy, clean frame right there. So let's save it. Let's bring in the table. And heck, why not the background, right? What background do we have? Ooh, look at that background. It's pretty good, actually. Let's see how it looks.
I met her on the bus with her mom.
Yeah, isn't he missing a chair? So like he's like standing like that. He's literally like putting his elbow weights on something, but there's nothing. So I think that while I'm at it, I'm gonna save, color pick this, and just make a chair. Give him a bit of a chair. Make it a group. Color it a little bit. Multiply. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Maybe add another multiply layer here. And that's good. Let's save the file. I should get rid of the background for the export. That way I can make it like composited with the background later on. And we're good. Export animation, image sequence, scene number 26. 262626. But yeah. I think the stream for today was too easy. Sometimes it's like too complex. Today I took it to the opposite end. Made the thing I'm working on way too simple. Mm-hmm. It's exporting. I'm waiting for it to export. Sorry, guys. I think it's done. Okay. I think it's already been exported. So we go to the scene, which is by the end of it. There he is. What happened there? I'm confused because I thought the background was not... Oh, no, it was visible the whole time. Yeah, it was always there. Now, something odd is happening with... Oh, I know why. Because like I had the storyboard there. Okay, I just have to re-import it again. So I think I'm going to do that. 26, file, import again. This time we're going to import the actual background. I mean, we don't have to because like backgrounds are literally... This compositing them is like the last step, the final step. It's just exciting to see the whole thing finish. I think it should be this one. Oh, he did give me a chair. Why did mine not have a chair? Okay, I'm very confused. Oh, there is a chair there. But I think I have to move it over there. Shoot. Okay, why do I not have a chair in the one I'm looking at here then? Why did I paint a chair if there's already a chair? Let me see. No, there's no chair here. What the hell happened? Am I being gaslit? Probably. Okay, so I was just gaslighted by my own animation software because I do have a chair. It's just that it's not showing here. So now I have to re-render this because I drew another chair on top of the other chair that just appeared out of nowhere. But I'm angry because I didn't know that chair existed at all. I don't like when things exist when they didn't exist before. Like gods, because they're creating them in a lab in Area 51. I'm kidding. That's a conspiracy I just came up with right now. I like it though. Imagine building a god. Be like, I want to create a religion. We're going to scientifically and genetically create a god. And people are going to venerate it. I think that's going to be my next project. I'm not going to animate. I'm going to go into a lab and biologically create a deity. Let's see. Okay. So now the problem with the chair, though, is that it's a little bit more to the right than it should be. Yeah, whatever. Let's check it out.
I met her on the bus.
Oh, it's not loading. Sorry. That happens when After Effects needs to pre-render something.
I met her on the bus with her mom.
Is that
Yeah, so it is actually an issue. I just wanted to see it moving, but now I can see that the chair is a little bit more to the right than it should be. Okay, how can I fix this? Oh, I have one great idea, and it's basically masking stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the previous version of that layer. See, now this is interesting. You get to see me try to fix something that just had a mistake in it. Actually, also the table, I have a better one here. Oh, way better. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to do masking. This is what we do usually in Photoshop. This is basically editing reality because the paintings are a little bit, they don't agree with everything. Like, it's like when you Frankenstein different stuff and they just don't agree with each other. It's like, this liver doesn't work well with this kidney, basically is what's going on right now. So I think I'm going to try to Frankenstein both versions of that painting, the more advanced one and the previous one, and try to... Oh my god, it's so different though. What the hell happened here? It's drastically different. Which one's better though? Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. I don't even know why these two paintings are so drastically different, but I like this one better. It's got that weird rays of light working. Literally. Let's go to, where's rasterize? Want to rasterize it. Oh, you can't rasterize it? Why not? Oh, because it's transparent. Oh, there's a third one. My god, how many versions of this are there? Oh, this is my version, which has no interesting stuff. This is my version with a mask on it, and this is probably like a complete build-up from scratch. Yeah, it's completely different. I actually like this one better. Not gonna lie to you, so I'm gonna export this one as the real one. I'm gonna call this one real. Yeah, okay. Okay, I know what happened now. I was very confused for a second. Okay, now I have to re-export the animation yet again with a chair that I drew for him. And Stephen. Okay, one more time. Save. Export animation. Image sequence. Scene 26. Okay. In the meantime, I can go to After Effects and import that new background that I'm going to use. File. This one. Finally. So I'm going to put this guy here. See, this is the background I liked better out of the two.
I met her on the bus.
Oh, the table. I forgot about the table. Jesus. Oh, I'm so mad at myself right now. Okay. We bring back the background, and we're going to essentially cut out the table so I can use it. I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. So confused. Okay. Give me this guy. Give me the polyline. I'm just going to break it out of there. Try to be perfect. Real one. And finally, we got it. Okay. Save. Get rid of the background. The other one. And export. One more time. This is the last time I'm exporting this. If it doesn't look good, I'm done with it. Hi, Makos. I'm just like Frankensteining a few pieces of the animation to make it look properly. because there was bad organization in the files here. Which is my bad. Hola, hola, Macos. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas? Let's see. So this was an easy shot to animate, but it had issues to fix. That happens more than one would want it to happen. Just having issues to fix. Let's reload this guy. And that's good. Oh, yes. Let's go a little bit back to the storyboard and see how it looks.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
I met her on the bus with her mom.
Super slow. Come on, that's better.
I met her on the bus with her mom.
Is that seriously the end of the story?
Yes.
And that's the last one. This one, I have a lot of shots that I've already animated, but they've gone out. They're gonna be cleaned up by somebody else. That's not me. So it's up to them to make it look good now. I did what I could with them. I have a lot of those, so I can't work on them because I've already told people they're gonna work on them. So I have to find something else to work on while I'm on stream, which will be probably scene number 1, which is a scene that I have procrastinated the whole time. So let's go check that one out. This one's finished. It's done. No more touching scene 26. Thanks, Makos. Thanks. And now this is the one. Oh my god. I don't want to animate this one. In fact, when I started it, I was so rusty that I feel like I've made a bunch of mistakes, even with the roughs. So I feel like I might have to do what do you call it? A fix up of the roughs. So let me watch it first.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now,
And in
Scott?
fact, I should get rid of the background because it's confusing. Although the background is always going to be an issue because although I did create new elements for these guys. Okay, maybe it's not going to be that bad. Maybe. But yeah, I still need to make it transparent. So let's see.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
Scott, he's already ready to be cleaned up. Let me think about it.
Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she?
Stephen might be easier to clean up. Please do. Uranium needs more love for his projects. Oh, yes, please. Please tell more people. I mean, for the lives, I don't mind. Honestly, the lives are more for like talking to you almost and showing a little bit to the specific crowd. But yeah, for the actual video, once it comes out, I do need love. I do need people to see them. I don't mind the lives. The live streams are almost for myself at that point. Look at that hand. What did I even do? I didn't even give him a hand. I gave him like a stump. I was so lazy that day. And then when it goes up, it's still a stumpy. Yeah, I think I might need to just work on even the roughs here. I don't want to do that. This is like veggies when you see them on your plate. Like after postponing them for so long, you want to eat them even less. Pretty much. Okay, so let's organize stuff a little bit. We have the words, we have Neil, we have Coke animation, Scott animation. I should combine both Coke and Scott animation into one. And let's see, I only have 13 frames. That's not a lot. I thought it was going to be more. Let me see. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he's like slowly coming up here. 6. Oh, 5 and 6 are basically the same one. 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 are the same one. Okay. It's not so bad, actually. But the shoes make no sense. Why are they changing style so much? No. Okay, let's start. Let's from the beginning. Let's go. Scott animation. Let's open it up and start numbering them. This is shit. This is going to be A1. This is in between. A16. A19. A22. A25, which is a keyframe in fact. And then we have A20, A33, another keyframe, but no in betweens. Well, you could add in between. I'm not gonna do it though. A36, A55, A58, A61 might be a keyframe. A104, A107. Well, A107 is definitely a keyframe. A154, which is basically the same keyframe but just opening the mouth. You lip sync, and you're over. Okay, so it's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be way more difficult. That's what happens when you just avoid looking at something, and then once you pay attention to it, it's not that bad actually. The problem's gonna be the Coke and the mug. They're more annoying, but whatever. Okay, so let's start fixing the keyframe here. For example, if your arm was extended down, then basically you would have your fingers extended. So I think that's what I have to fix here. It's a little bit odd. It's not insanely weird, but it's at the very least odd. So let's get rid of some of this. Actually, the hand is huge. Why is it so big? No, it's massive. I don't like it being massive. But now I'm going to have to change the whole thing. No. I don't mind doing stuff, but I hate changing stuff. Oh my god, it's horrible. Okay, gotta make it... No. What did I do? It's just so bad. It's so poorly done from the start. I just made it worse. That doesn't look better. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go back. Let's regroup. Did it even look good at first? No, it didn't look good at first either. Maybe that's the problem, is that it wasn't even conceptually good to begin with. Here. Also, I was missing this thing over here. It looks terrible. I hate it. Okay, I think it's because it should be tilted more here. And the hand should be like showing this ball thing. I don't even know what to call it, but you know what I mean. Kind of like that. Okay, it's starting to make more sense. Still doesn't look good. See, now you got the pinky. You got the ring finger. The middle finger starting to be more covered. And the index, straight up, you cannot see it. So now this is thinner over here. You have the thumb. Okay, now it's still a little too big, but as I said before, it makes more sense. Now that the arm feels stumpy and short. Toon boom. Okay. Gotta redraw the arm completely almost. Okay, we're getting there. I think now the shape is correct, but it's too short. So I'm gonna bring it a little bit lower and make it longer. Okay, I'm happier with this arm. But now that only means that everything else is wrong. So I should make the time chart before I move on. See, this is what happens when you don't time chart stuff. Then you have to do it. And it's too late. We're going to go from A1 to A25. So I'm going to try to transcribe what I already did without planning it ahead. I think 22 is the middle point. Yeah, it sounds right. So A22 right down the middle. And then you have 19 in the middle of the middle and 16 in the middle of the middle. Okay, so A19 and A16. Meaning that the next one I have to tackle is A22, basically. So what I'm going to do is get rid of Oh my god, they're not even properly timed. Why the hell? Oh, this is not the guy. By the way, I'm getting mad at myself. I'm not mad with you guys. I'm mad at myself. If I yell, I'm yelling at me. I'm never yelling at you. It's just that I did things so wrong that they're being a nightmare right now. But whatever. Okay, so these two guys, let's get them out of the way and figure out if 22 is working properly. Actually, it is. Look at that. I got lucky with this one. I still have to like detail it a little bit better, but it's not that bad. It's kind of functional. Also, like, when I get angry, the mask begins to fall because I get really mad. I try to not get angry, but I can give into fury quite easily, which is funny because like when I'm on YouTube, I try to be nice. And I am a nice guy. It's just that I'm also extremely easy to irritate. And the person who irritates me the most is myself. So, because I feel like I have the right to abuse myself. I can bully myself, so I have no issue getting mad at myself and insulting myself. But it's still a bit too much. Casey says, I did a Halloween art with Nagito. Thought I'd show it off on that day. Hell yes. We're waiting for it. Because you're definitely on the Discord, I think, right? I think I've seen you there. So that would be the perfect place for you to share it with us. You can either share a link or just post a picture there. Both are perfectly fine. Okay, now what about... Oh my god, look at this one. This frame looks bad. It doesn't even look a little bit good. Okay, let's try to fix it then. Let's see. So now this one's also missing this guy. This guy. Dip. Okay, I'm starting to improve what I worked on before. I was worried that it was going to be impossible. Now, for example, this one doesn't look right. It should be more like this, right? I'll be your designated angry person? No. I don't think anybody can be as angry as I am. Also, like, I don't want to put that responsibility on you. It's too much. Too much to handle. It is my own cross to bear. I almost said it is my own bear to cross, which actually is way funnier. My own bear to cross. I have to cross a bear. What does it even mean? Here, bad. I'm starting to get glad that I'm working on this one because I'm improving a lot of stuff that I knew I did wrong on the first day. And it's coming out actually kind of okay. I was worried that I was going to have to redo the whole thing. Let's see. Okay, it's coming along actually. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. He's got a bit of a hunchback here though, doesn't he? He shouldn't have one. All right. So now that 22 looks fine, let's fix 19. With emphasis on fix, because it was wrong the first time I made it. In fact, the nose is kind of pointing for my taste, I would say. So let's make the nose a little bit more reasonable. Oops, not the right layer. Why so many layers? Let's mix them all into one. Too many layers. There you go. Yeah, that's better. See, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm improving everything. Okay, so see, I'm usually very pessimistic about stuff, but legitimately, I am fixing it. I'm getting stuff done. Okay, so now this one, I should, first of all, let's fix the arm just in case. Yep, see, this should not be like that. This looks fine. And now the arm. Let's think about it with my own hand. If first your hand is like this, and then it's gonna go like that. Yeah, it's gonna show the back of the hand pretty much, mostly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate it a little bit so that how should I rotate it then? So the thumb is going like that. So right now it's gonna be here. Oh yeah, so yeah, I got it. Right? Something like this. Let's see. The next sleeve. OBS, stop lagging. Oh yeah, I get mad at myself and at software. Those are the two things that I will get mad at. All right. People won't mind it because they're going to be too focused on the hand and the head and the face. So I don't think they're going to notice that I'm going to snap immediately from pose 1 to pose 2 for the legs only. I think I'm going to be able to get away with it. And keep it up there and then go back down once. Yes, Uranium. That is a good plan. Rely on the average viewer's lack of attention. Mwahahaha. I feel evil, but smart. And I'm going to save time, which is my favorite thing in the world. So, okay, now this hand, we need to fix it. What will be the middle point between this and that? Let's get rid of the whole arm at this point, really. Just like that. Let's see if the arm looks good, first of all. It looks good enough. But now what about the hand? How do we make the hand rotate from here to there? We could just copy the first one, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to copy the first one. Maybe change a little bit of perspective for the thumb especially. And cover the fingers a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Got it. I know what I'm going to do. Barely changing it, but technically it is different. And just place it here. Oops. Just like that. Yeah, so you can see a slight tilt in rotation, and then it rotates more properly, and then it finally goes into the other shapes. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what I did today. So let's do the neck thing again. The sleeve again. Let's finish the shirt here. And yeah. Okay, so now I fixed the way that he lifts the arm. So I'm happy that I did that. Now from here to here, I'm just going to do the same everything except for the hand. That's all I'm going to change. So once the thing is open, now he serves a Coke. So now we go from A36 all the way to A61 with 2 in between. So let's fix them. What needs to be fixed here is everything. Kidding. Well, not kidding, really. I am right. The problem is that now this one should look more like this one. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this and bring this. See, now it's a little bit more precise. Although I need to delete the hand. Oh, what a nightmare. The whole thing is a nightmare. Okay, it's a little bit better now. Ah. So annoying. Now, the worst part is that I should have fixed it first and then copied and pasted it. Oh my god. Okay, let's do that. God damn it. I just went back a bunch of steps and I don't even know where I am at right now. Okay. We go back to this one. Thank God, I didn't overdo it. Okay, we have to fix first A25 before we move on. Okay, so let's do that. It's going to be smarter. The hand shape is right, but this thing was wrong. Okay, now the other hand shape is fine as well. The arm looks a little bit messy, honestly. I think I can make it more... Can make it better. And then the sleeve goes down here. And has this thing over here. This thing should be set thicker. See, now you can see better the improvements. And then I should bring this body elsewhere. Just like that. Okay.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
Oh, it looks so much better now. It's like not incredibly different, but it's like it had a few major issues just a while ago. And even the surfing is a little bit, but it's not as bad as the other animation was. This one, see, it's like well, this was the first shot that I started even keyframing at all. I think that as I went frame by frame, I started getting better at animation again. Like I was starting to like rev up the engines, because this keyframe right here already kind of looks the way I like it. Already has a reasonable thingy for the neck. Before he had hunchbacks all the time, he looked like he had a lot of body pain. I just want to make this a little bit thicker, but honestly, it looks fine. Not complaining a lot about this one. Okay, looking already a lot cleaner. All right. And now let's get rid of these two guys. See how to write down the OBS. Stop being mean to me. It's disconnecting and reconnecting again and again. Okay, so from A36 to A61, it has an evolution of ease in, basically. In the middle, we have A58, and in the quarter, I have A55. Skippy. Okay. Now that we have that planned out, we can get rid of this guy and make sure that this is good. And so far, it's not bad. The speed is great, but the clarity is terrible. Like, I don't know what's going on at all. Because obviously, it's a rough animation, so you're allowed some rough sketchiness, but that's a lot. What I had before, it was insane. Impossible to read. The thumb should go here. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then A55 should have the in-between of the in-between. Again, it's just a clarity. It doesn't have any. I can already sense that my next project is going to be so good. Just because of how clearer I do my roughs now. Compared to just when I started this project. Like, I'm excited for the next one. This one I already think is going to have a lot of issues. A lot of problems it's going to have, definitely. But the next one is going to have all the things that I'm learning to not do here. Basically. My God, this hand is so hard to understand what it's doing even. Silly. I'm going to keep it. I'm sick of this shot. I hate this shot so much. But I'm guessing it's not going to be. My internet is so stupid. And I think my foot just fell asleep because I'm sitting in a pretty dumb position. Yep, it did. It did fall asleep. Feels terrible. Let me give me a couple seconds so I can look at stuff on my screen. Oh my God, a lot of people. It's weird because I didn't get a lot of viewers at the same time. But the stream right now has a lot of views. It doesn't have viewers currently, but it has a lot of views. Like, people probably just like hopped in for a couple minutes and left. But it's like a big number. It's weird. Because I think it's probably because of the bad Wi-Fi. Because of the bad internet, maybe people are joining in being like, oh, it's laggy, and they just leave. So that's a shame. It's a pity. Oh my God, my foot hurts so much right now. I think I've been sitting on it for like half an hour. And now it feels like I've been sitting on it half an hour. I'll tell you, it's not. For the last keyframe, obviously. Oh my God, the arms, why are they so scratchy? Okay, I think I'm done. Let's see.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games.
Oh
kids.
my God, did you see that?
High
That was horrible.
schooler?
What I just saw right now was horrifying. Yeah, I forgot that he's gonna do mouth flaps, so I gotta edit both of those. But my God, that was horrible to look mouth flap myself. Let's see. I love the subject that in we go. It's brutally bad sometimes, that show. I think I did I like it? I think I might have it on my Twitter likes. The awful shot of episode. I think it was episode 3. Let me look for it if I can find it. But it is insanely bad. which makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad to make fun of like an artist making something that's not up to par. But it's like, it's too bad. It's awful. It's just insanely bad. Oh, I like so many things from that day to now that I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm going to give it one more try. Oh, I found it. Hey, yes. Here it is. This guy. This thing right here. Right, miss that guy? It's funny because it looks pleasant when you do a screenshot. Like if you just stop it there, you're like, oh, it looks like the comic. But no, it's just a PNG falling all the way up, down. It's like, except for the background, everything else you could learn how to do it today in After Effects. Even the head here, it looks so bad. Because I know they're using like 3D models for this background, for these characters. But she doesn't look like a 3D character at all here. She looks like a PNG file, just moving poorly. Yeah. The first episode looked amazing. And the thing is, even episode 1 had criticisms because it looked very 3D. That was the only complaint people had. But honestly, that's a good complaint. Nice OBS. Stop it. The sound is OBS being a little bit of a jerk to me. Let's see. I hate that what they did with the rest of the episodes. I hope it gets reanimated for home releases. Yeah. I mean, isn't this the second time they've tried to animate Uzumaki specifically? Like, I'm not sure about that. Let's see. Uzumaki animation. I think there was another one, right? Or is it the only one that there has ever been? Yeah, there was a film in 2000. Let me see if I'm wrong. Yeah, so there was already a 2000 movie called Uzumaki, and I heard that one was terrible as well. Let's this one, right? Oh, it was a live action. All right, got it. That makes more sense. Oh, it was a live action. I thought it was going to be another animation. Okay, people still complain about that one. That's all I know. Junji Ito just cursed that his comics don't translate into good anime. Probably. Which honestly, if I were Junji Ito, I will take it almost as a compliment. I'd be like, my comics are so good, you people can't even pull them off with all the money in the world or whatever. Obviously, as an artist, I would like to see my my IP treated with respect. Stop it. You're harassing me, OBS. I understand not having all the details transfer over perfectly, obviously, because it's got a weird vibe. But that's the thing about episode 1. They were getting it. They were actually nailing the vibe, even with the 3D models. So the fact that they kind of were able to and then just didn't deliver after the first episode means that, I don't know, just bad management, I guess, because they had it. They knew how to do it. They probably didn't have the money, or the money wasn't properly administered. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. So something happened though. Like, it's just not normal how bad it went. It just got so bad. It's just it's unseen how much it fell. Usually animes can lose or gain quality after years, but that's brutal. Have never seen anything like it. I like it when in Scott Pilgrim they do these side view mouth shapes, because between the nose and the mouth shape they look like turtles. And you know what? I like turtles, so I'm okay with it. I'm not saying that as like making fun of the style. I love turtles.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
Uh-oh. Made a mistake. Wait a minute. It was the opposite. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's backtrack as much as possible. There you go. This is the one that had to become a turtle. Scott the Ninja Turtle. Actually, the mouth shape might be a little too big.
Is she hot?
How
Like this and like this. Yeah, it's gonna be better. Again.
a high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
A high school.
All right. I'm happy with it for now. Stephen, I think I did a better job when I first did it. So let's give him a look. And I'm just missing Kim.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
Yep. I think he's already workable for a good cleanup. I do think maybe, okay, I have one big problem. It could be a big issue. And I think I went a little too long with the hair on the back of the neck. So it looks like he has a mullet. Now, I'm not judging people for having mullets, but Stephen doesn't have a mullet. So I think I might have to cut his hair. But now the problem is that he's moving all the time. Actually, he's not moving that much. Okay, I think it might be worth the effort to trim his hair in every frame. How many frames of Stephen do we have? We have a grand total of 14 Stephens. It doesn't look like I have 14 Stephens at all. Let's see. Stephen 1, 2, 1, 7. So he transitions from 1 to 10, I guess. And then from... What is even going on? Yeah, he's spreading the butter. Oh my god, so many of these frames just repeat. Okay, it's going to be difficult, so I better just get started numbering stuff. So this should be B1. B7. Dude, come on. B10. B1 is definitely a keyframe. B7 and B10 feel like it. B10 feel like an actually keyframe actually. And then B16 feels like an in-between for B19. Correct? That sounds right. And then the next keyframe would be B43. Another keyframe. Then B40, then B37, and then B19. And it seems like he's easing up to the final frame 43. Oh, he does 2 positions for mouth flaps. I didn't know that. I thought he was just going to do one. Okay, so we have a couple of them. So B55 is another keyframe. And then B52 is an in-between. And then I'm guessing that B64 is just a mouth flap. It is. And then B82. Oh, 85 is just like lowering the brow. It's still a keyframe technically. B85 keyframe and B82 in between. Got it. And now I need to number stuff or time it. So B1 goes all the way down to B10 with a B7 right in the middle. And then B10 goes all the way up to B19. With a B16 right down the middle. Pretty simple. And then B19 goes to B10. B10 goes to B19, and then B19 eventually is going to go down to B43. And the middle point is B40. And B37 is the ease in frame. And now B43 goes all the way down to B64. Nope. Goes to B55 with 52 in middle. Then B55 is going to go all the way down to B85 with B82 right down the middle. Yeah, I know this is boring stuff, guys. I know that.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott?
Perfect. So now the mullet situation. How many frames? We have 14 frames of Stephen. So now I don't want to trim the mullet, but he can't have a mullet at the same time. So it's kind of a difficult situation. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Let's trim the mullet once and see if it's worth the effort. I think so. I think it's going to be worth the effort. It's just that he looks so bad with a mullet. Why would he have a mullet? Again, I'm not trying to make fun of people with mullets, but you know, it's a choice. Okay, so now he looks a little bit more like the regular Stephen. He does have a little bit longer hair maybe though. Let's make it a little bit longer. So it's neither mullet nor short hair. There you go. That's Stephen Stills. So, yep, I think it's definitely going to be worth the effort to try to have that hairstyle. So let's do it. Okay. It's going to take a while. It's going to be boring. Not going to lie to you. It's going to be very boring. So basically I need to copy this line work. Oh my God. That's not right at all. I'm going to regret having to do the mullet. But before I completely give up, I am going to try one more thing, which is this. I'm going to try to bring in this guy here, and instead of onion skinning, I'm going to trace it after I move it. So now I can move this guy and pivot it even. It's just so tiny, pivoting is going to be hard. But it might be worth it. Oh shit. You match it a little bit more. And you pivot it a little bit over here so that it matches a little bit. So now when you trace, it's easier to nail it. Oh, look at that. Now I got it right. Okay. Now let's get rid of this guy. Still changing the volume. Why? Should be perfect. Could try to mix these two guys. The ear is also like kind of moving. Okay, that one works. Now we have to fix B7. We're gonna have to fix 14 more of these frames. Oh my God, I hate my life sometimes so much. But this is the sacrifice you gotta make for good animation, I guess. Gotta trim out mullets. Oh my God, I don't want to do it. In fact, I shouldn't be doing this on stream because I feel like this is
literally the most tedious task one could do in animation. Like there's so many things you could do that are kind of fun. This is not one of them. This is literally the reason why nobody does animation. Because of stuff like this. It's not even animating, it's editing animation that might be the worst thing ever. I'm not enjoying this. Okay. So now this guy, we're going to bring it here. And we're going to pivot it to the back. Just like that. Perfect. This is so boring. I should have prepared something way more fun for today. Okay, let's see. My God, that's so horrifying. So the fact that I'm working on multiple layers is just so annoying. Onion skin it. It's actually working. So I'm already fixing it a little bit. Let's see if the mullet keeps bothering me later on.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she?
I should keep the mullet on the second half just so it looks like his hair is just morphing into it. It's kind of funny. No, I hate it so much. Stephen, why do you grow a mullet? Okay, so now we gotta fix this one. So let's bring in the doobly-doo. Here. Yeah, maybe like that should be enough. And then I can just, I could easily just in between it later on. So it's not the end of the world. I'm a bit of a crybaby sometimes. I just complain about something because I don't want to do it. And then once I get started doing it, it's not that bad, really. It's actually kind of easy. So now, for example, this is why I made this. Sorry. This is why I made this thing over here, because now I know that I just have to in between the 40 first and then 37. So it's helpful even for editing. If you're an animator and you don't know how to use exposure sheets, just learn it. It's going to save your life eventually. I promise you, it's worth the 30 minutes of studying on YouTube. Because you don't need to learn from an actual professor. You can just learn from a guy on YouTube. Not me. I'm not the right guy for that. But somebody. Although, I just realized that the tiny sheet that I just drew is a lie. Because 40 is not the one that's in between. Oh, no, it is. It's just I didn't get rid of 37. Sorry. I didn't lie. I am just stupid. See, this is the one I should have been in betweening. Oh my God, the amount of layers. So let's do the in-between for this guy. Yep, mullet fixed. And now let's animate. Uh-oh. I think that was going to look janky. It does. Needs more of a curve. Oh, Mr. Skin's here. How long have you been in animations? Today? I think this is my second hour. And the only reason why I haven't left is because I've started very tedious tasks today. It's like usually I will do something fun. So I'll finish it and get tired and leave. But today everything I'm doing is just a nightmare. It's a pain in the ass. I'm fixing stuff that I made before. So I think I've been here for a good 2 hours. Like right now what I'm doing is I'm fixing Stephen's hair. Because for whatever reason, the first day I started drawing the project, I gave Stephen like amazingly long hair in the back of the neck, which is very off model. And I had already an animation figured out for him. But now I got to trim the hair in every single frame. And I'm not enjoying it at all. I'm not having a good time. But I feel like I have to, because if I don't do it, no one will. So whatever. This is my bear to cross. Yep, there you go. Now the hair is like wiggling, but I guess I'll know not to wiggle it in the cleanup. I'll remember not to do that. How many frames do I have left? Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 more frames. Okay, it's not so bad. It's not the end of the world. And OBS is still being a jerk. Actually, they will, dude. The Junji Ito animators. That's a great reference, actually. I feel bad for them. This is going to follow them forever. But, you know. OBS, stop it. Okay, let's see. 2 more frames. And in fact, there's the same one. Yes. Okay, so that's basically nothing. It's like 2 more frames. I just got to copy and paste this. Oh, actually, no. Ah, yeah. The red one. I'm good. There's no problem right now. Everything is good with the world. Oh man, I'm going to hate this shot forever. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Done. It's a bit goofy. Okay. So now Stephen is moving the same way he did before, but without the mullet.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott?
That was extremely annoying having to do that, but I'm glad that he doesn't have a mullet anymore. Scott looks a little bit better as well. I just got to do Kim's keyframes.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
A high schooler?
All right. Not bad. Strike me down because of copyright. We got Brandon Sanderson as usual. We got some Attack on Titan. Common points among people whose line drawings look cheap. What do you mean line drawings looking cheap? What does that even mean? What is looking cheap? You mean bad? That's mean. Ooh, I want to play that game. Mouth washing. Those look like fun. I don't even know what it is, but it just looks so funny and entertaining. Theo Von, Brandon Sanderson, Ron Swanson. I feel like all those names rhyme. Von, Sanderson, Swanson, Fantano. I hate that guy. I mean, I don't hate him. That sounds mean. But I don't like watching his videos. I should watch something. I don't know what looks interesting to like view on stream and not get copyright striked. Oh, 10 hours of slap, clap, clap. That sounds perfect. That's exactly what I need.
Your ideas backed by AI-powered productivity.
This is exactly what I should be watching with an audience.
PC.
I should have 10 hours reaction of Uranium to slap, clap. In retrospect, isn't the character Bulby slightly xenophobic? I'm not gonna start a whole campaign on Twitter to cancel Jimmy Neutron. But in retrospect, like, it's funny because it's also from an ambiguous country. It's like there is not a specific country, but you can guess the Balkans. You can guess. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the Balkans. Maybe that's a problem with Balbi. It starts a conversation that I don't want to have. I love Better Call Saul. I've been watching a lot of that, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love that show so much. P. Diddy, go away. I don't want to see P. Diddy anymore. I'm sick of it. Okay, that was a silly break on YouTube. I didn't even watch anything really other than Bulby. I don't even know if I'm gonna continue animating this. These two characters were so annoying to do that I think I don't want to work anymore. But like, I would have to work on Kim. Basically, that's that. I would give her the keyframe she begins with, and then while she speaks, give her another keyframe, like going from
A high schooler?
maybe like eyebrows raised and then eyebrows frowned, like question, judgment. I'm judging you because you're dating a high schooler, which is basically a crime almost. And then from that pose, go to other two poses while she speaks on the final question.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
And I would give her an even more condescending look when she says 28. So, because that self-pitch, I liked it. I like that pitch I gave to myself. I am going to do it because I want the animation to look good. But if I were lazy, I would just keep that pose for the whole thing and just mouth flap. But, fudge. I am going to do it. Okay, let's get started then. Let's create a new layer for Kim. She's right here, but I need to make it an animation one. So let's go animation, new animation layer, Kim Ruff, and let's give her a few keyframes. So because there's too much clutter, let's get rid of everything. Too much clutter. Actually, I should keep the table. There you go. And let's get started with the process of nightmares. This is where we are. This is the only scene that I'm animating that has more than three characters moving. Everything else has a maximum amount of 2. So this is the most annoying one by far. But let's get started with it. Why not? And yes, I am stressed today. Especially because tomorrow I'm going back to work. And after tomorrow, I'm going to be working for 5 days in a row. Meaning that I'm not going to be able to advance anything else other than what I'm going to advance today for a while. Sheesh. Right now I'm tracing to create a first keyframe. Can do polyline with this one. So the first expression is going to be raised eyebrow. So I'm going to give her raised eyebrow. Actually, I'm going to do a different layer for the eyes. I've also learned how to do like different layers for even for rough stuff so that it's not as confusing later on. So I'm going to do the eyes green. And then I always need my red layer. It's an important one. Dot, dot, dot. This one keep in the green. Okay, bye, Mr. Guy. It was fun hanging out with you. Actually, I might stop the stream right now. Not only because Mr. Guy is leaving, which is what made me think about it. Like, I have been streaming for 2 hours, but also because I'm gonna have a meltdown very soon. And I think I'd rather have the meltdown in private. Or who knows, maybe I could start like a Nikocado avocado kind of situation. Like, he animates, but he also stress eats until he has a fit of rage on camera. That could be like a niche. And the mouth, I'm also going to do it in a different layer, actually. And one more layer for the body. I'm going to make it dark orange, also known as brown. Ooh, I actually wanted to have the arms on top of a table here. Per layer, actually. I would have done that in a different lifetime, but also in this one. Actually, I'm gonna do it again. Keep the layer on top. Dark blue, maybe. That way I can do both things. I can have some parts over the table and some parts under the table. Or behind is maybe the more proper term. When you flash the animation error again, Uranium? Nah, I already forced myself not to ever use tweens. I mean, tweens were fun. They made things so much quicker and cheaper looking. But no, I'm never going back to that. That era is finished. This is more work, but it's also more gratifying, so. I never animated it in the tweening, but I never actually got to fully using rig puppets. I give it many shots though, remember? I give it many shots to rig animation. It just was never good. I was never good at it. Some people might be good at it, but I definitely cannot pull it off. Okay, so we have a first keyframe of Kim Pine. So I'm at least going to keyframe her a little bit before I stop the stream. So we have a C1.
A high schooler?
And as I said before, so we create a new one here, and we're going to create we're going to make a keyframe that's basically the same one, though. It's not going to be massively different, if I'm being honest. So let's bring in the head, the eyes, the red. Oh, by the way, I missed one line. The highlights on the hair. So now we can trace this guy and kind of move it as we please. So I think what I'm going to do is like this. There you go. What's up with that? Yeah, I'm confused a little bit about that. What is happening? Why is it all already pivoted? I didn't pivot it at all. I think something was pivoted that shouldn't have been pivoted. I gotta check that out before I do anything else. Why is it all pivot? Animation, light table. Isn't there like a thing that kind of puts everything back to normal? No. It's legitimately acting stupid. And I really don't know why. Dude. I don't even know what's happening at this point. Why is it doing that? Okay, now I am about to get like legitimately mad at the software. This is not pivoted. It's already spun. Why? If I haven't even touched it yet. These are completely new layers. Why is it all like out of place? It's bothered me quite a lot. I just wanted to rotate the head a little bit, bring it a little bit lower, and trace on that, but it's gonna make me have a moment of rage. I'm gonna try it first. Now, for example, if you're gonna go from here to here, the hair's gonna stay kind of the same, right? I would guess. Yes, I am. I am about to crash. Absolutely. It's so bothersome when you know how to use something and it's acting funky. Let me see. Yeah, this kind of works. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, that works. Okay, that's looking reasonable so far. Let's give her the other arms. Yep, she's like kind of like going from just inquisitive to like angry. Because like what she's asking is pretty ridiculous, so it's fair.
A high schooler?
But it should come in sooner though. Where's the layer here? Maybe like around frame 16 it would be probably more accurate.
A high schooler?
Yep. This is more like it. And then I'm gonna add 2 more keyframes later. But I'm gonna probably take a break because I'm about to destroy my computer because it's not agreeing with me. It's supposed to do exactly what I want you to do. And I'm still bothered by this thing. Why is the light the lit cell doing that? It's not even ruining my workflow. It's just I'm just wondering, and it bothers me to the point of like I just am bothered. I'm gonna look like tutorials. But so far, let's look at what we have with all the characters, because honestly, it is interesting how much stuff is happening at the same time. Table and background. Nope. This one. Let's see how it looks so far.
A high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
A high
I
schooler?
like it because
Really?
a lot of shit is happening
Is she
at the
hot?
same time.
How old are you
It's
now,
almost
Scott?
confusing.
Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
And I like that. So for the moment, I'm going to export it, add it to the whole project, even though it's really far away from finished. But that's gonna what I'm gonna be working on. Meanwhile, other people work on my cleanup for us. Just annoying. This is the annoying part of the process. Like all the easy ones that were like pose A, pose B, in betweens, all of those are already at least animated in roughs. Now I just gotta animate the ones that are nightmare fuel regarding the workflow. This is nightmare fuel. It has too many characters. It has too many layers. They're full body shots. And I started animating it when I didn't know how to draw the characters yet. So I gave Stephen Stills a mullet that I had to fix. At least, ooh. OBS, stop pissing me off. Oh my god. OBS, stop it. Can I make OBS just mute? It's so annoying. It takes a long while to export this file. Too many PNGs. Too many frames. It's almost done. Come on. Yes. It's done. Let's go back to the After Effects and check out that part over there.
Dating a high schooler?
Didn't reload it. Scene 1. Reload. Perfect.
Dating a high schooler?
Really?
It's gotta pre-render. Yeah. I think today has been the most annoying stream I've ever made in my life. I feel like I've only done stuff that annoys me, and the computer has been working against me. And I'm still trying to smile on the whole thing, but I'm legitimately
Dating a high schooler?
stressed out.
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
It's gonna look better once Kim has her keyframes
Dating a
finished.
high schooler?
Really? Is she hot?
How old are you now, Scott? Like 28?
I'm not playing your little games, kids.
So you've been out of high school for like 13 years and
I'm 23!
dating a high schooler?
Okay, I think I'm gonna be done for now. Well, I did finish the C number 26. I think, yeah, this is the one. I did finish that one, and that one looks good. You know why? Because
Is that seriously the end of the story?
I met her on the bus with her mom.
so yeah, I finished that. I didn't finish the other stuff, but I fixed it a little bit. So I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. See you later, guys. It was fun for a while, then it was annoying, and then it was fine. So see you around.